right, boys and girls, the last couple of weeks we were going in stations. We were doing different textures and different painting techniques on our papers. So you should have all 4 of them ready to go for today. This one, remember, we're going to use to turn into our owl. This one here, we're going to use to make eyes for our owl. This here becomes our background with our spirals and our wind in there. And this one right here is what we're going to use to make the branch for our owl to sit on. So we're going to start with this one. And if you pay attention to your paper, this paper should be nice and tall. It should be set in portrait direction for this project. This is going to be our tree bark. Now if I set this here, notice it is not wide enough to fill my space. It does not go all the way across from left to right. If I turn my paper this way, it is wide enough and it will go all the way across the paper. So this is the direction we want to use to make our tree branch. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to draw on the back of it so that I don't see my drawing lines. So when I cut it out, I will have a great tree branch. Now when I make my branch, I like to start on one side and I bring it across and then I kind of twist it up near the top. My line is not perfectly straight because most tree branches are a little bit bumpy and I want to show that in there. Then I'm going to come down below and I'm going to repeat that line, and I know my tree branch might split off, so I'm going to bring that line down to the bottom. Now this space in here looks really strange. We're going to put a sideways V in there so that we show that our 2 branches are splitting off from the one. So this is what I mean by a sideways V. And it creates 2 branches. If I turn the paper this way, we see that wiggly V in there. Okay? Once I have drawn it, I am ready to cut out my tree branch. My tree branch has been cut out and I'm going to get ready and glue it on. I like how all of the different paint textures show up and it looks like it has actual bark on it. So I need to decide if I want my branch to go this way or if I like it better that way. Once I've decided how I want my branch, I'm going to glue it to the bottom of the paper. I want to keep all parts onto the paper. I don't want anything going off of the edges in this project. I want them all staying inside our main paper. So my branch is going to squeeze in right here at the bottom, knock it on the side, and there is the tree branch that my owl will sit. Alright, the next piece of paper that we're going to work with is going to be our patterned paper that we made. Now it's the same size as our paper. We're going to cut out owl parts from it. When I work with it, I want to work with this paper sideways in landscape direction. And the first thing I'm going to do is turn it upside down. On the back of this paper, I am going to draw the parts for my owl, the body, the tail, and then I'm going to cut them out to assemble them. So for the body, I'm going to start with a big oval. And then for the tail, I'm going to do a loop like this. And I can just cut it off that way. Alright, now that I've glued the body in place, the next piece that I'm going to work with is going to be this piece that we textured with the pom-poms. We're going to turn this into our owl's eyes. Now, I have several different circles that you can choose from to trace. We're going to turn it over on the back. I like to just kind of look at my circle and compare it to my body. I think that that is going to be great for owl eyes. Owls have really big eyes. So I'm going to trace this on my paper. Owls have 2 eyes. So I want to trace 2. And again, I'm going to cut them out and glue them in place. Okay, now we're going to make the owl's wings. For that, I have several different scrapbook papers. There's a whole box on the front table that you can choose from. You're going to pick one, and we're going to take it, it's nice and long, we're going to fold it in half this way. This way I can make two wings. They'll be mirror images and they will match from the left and the right. Now the wing should start about halfway from the eyes. So if you see how my paper is, I've got plenty of space. So to draw my wing, I'm going to draw kind of like a letter C. I'm going to recreate the shape of that oval a little bit. Something like this. I'm going to round it out at the bottom. And then I bring it up to a point. Kind of looks like a banana. From there, I'm going to cut it out, and I want to cut through both layers of the paper. Alright, so I've cut my wings out. I want to make sure I glue them. I was checking that they fit in place. Glue onto the back. And then my wings wrap around. Like so. My eyes look a little strange right now because they're so colorful. So I can come in with a couple different things. One option I have is to give it a bright white within the eye, and then my pupil, and show the different layers of the owl's eye. So if I wanted to take that route, I would start with my pupil in the middle with black. Then with white, I can come around and then I can outline that with black, giving me those big owl eyes. I can also just start with white to make sure I get a good layer. Decide how big I want that owl's eye to be. Get a little bit different effects. Here my white kind of blended with the gray. There my white stayed nice and bright. I wanted to show you both options so you can decide which style of the eye you like. The other thing I want to make sure I add is some details so that we know that there are feathers on the owl. We can work with white, we can work with black, we can work with red, blue, green. You decide. You're going to pick a color, and then you're going to draw little V's in the chest so that they look like there are feathers. Owl, and your color choices are going to make a big difference. Here's what it would look like if I use white. Here's what it would look like if I use orange. And I kind of like that because of the colors that I used in my painting, but notice how they get hidden in that painting. So then I might try a different color. Maybe if I do red, it sticks with the color families that I used, and I can still see it on top of those orange dots that I made. That white is really difficult to see. So I'm going to come in and add some different layers with these V's, making an owl look nice and feathery. Okay, the last thing I need to add is a beak for my owl. So there will be orange paper squares available for you. I'm using those. I want to get a beak up by the eyes. I like to just cut freehand, or you can draw. It's basically a triangle shape, and you need to decide how large or how small you want your owl's beak to be. I like to slide it up under the eyes a little bit. And there's my owls. And we are done. And this is your collage owl with all of your different painting practices. I hope you enjoyed this project.